Hey, yeah. I was once asked a question as a kid: "What would you like to be in life?" I remember I stuttered a bit because I was beginning to think of all the huge professions at the time, like doctor, engineering, and all kinds of things. And I remember my dad stood beside me, and he was looking at me with those expectations in his eyes. He was hoping I'd say doctor or as engineer. So I looked at the guy who had asked me, which was my father's friend. His name is Felix Eneche. That's the guy's name. He looked at me, and I looked back at him and smiled. And for a while, I was speechless, not for lack of words, not that I didn't have what to say, but I just didn't want to sound cliche, you know. I didn't want to sound like um, everyone else because that wasn't what was going on in my head, you know. I didn't want to be an engineer. I didn't want to be a doctor, but I had this vision in my head as a kid of something that has something that exists, the existence of that vision was in my head, something that I've never seen, but I just felt it was out of the norm, so I never said a word, but my father spoke up for me. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said things like, well, Emmanuel loves maths and he likes the sciences, so hopefully he will become a scientist one day. Well, um, I I love nature. I love nature. I love reality. I love to be part of something that's real. I'd never want to be disconnected from my surroundings and my environment. And so, if you visit where I live, there are certain things that you're going to see that is suggestive of the fact that I'm someone who likes to live the reality of my thoughts. So you get to my lounge. The first thing that's noticeable is a piano that is just by the door. It's actually not working anymore, though. It's the first piano that I ever got. But it tells you of my journey. It tells you how I've traveled and what my inner thoughts are. So for me, look, I like to be real. I like people who are real. I like us to live in the real world. I like to associate with things that I can see. In other words, my thoughts have got to be crystallized. They've got to become objects that I can feel. And for me, that's the summation of life. Life should be about birthing dreams and visions. It shouldn't be about us living in a superficial world where we're trying to fake things or we're trying to live a reality that is not us. Do you get what I'm saying? And so 3 years back, I took a back. I used to be somebody who was social media savvy. You get what I'm saying? I liked the pictures, I liked the videos, I liked the motion pictures that you see on social media. But you see, the dark side of that was I was becoming somebody who wasn't very conscious about his environment. I was becoming more conscious of a superficial environment, which wasn't really. Yeah, there are real people on social media because look, at the end of the day, these things are not robots that are automated. uh, there are people that are like you own a profile on Facebook. You own a page. You run the page, literally you run it. It's not run by a robot, but it's maintained by a very complex algorithm that puts your pictures and sends you adverts and puts you across to people whom they think you may want to be friends with or videos you want to see. But the honest truth is, for me, life is better if we associate with ourselves, because now, technologically speaking, we only interacting from a space that can disappear at any time. You get what I'm saying? So I never wanted to be this guy who was popular on social media and then becomes a hobo or is not known in the society or in real life. I never want to be that kind of guy, you know. I don't want to be known um, as somebody who has a million likes on social media or on Facebook or on Twitter. I've got all this huge following, and then in real life, I don't have friends. I don't know people. I can't be as popular as I am on social media. I never want to be someone like that. It was never my dream as a kid. So I've always loved a life of going to people, having drinks with people, having real life conversations, feeling their pain, looking them in the eyes, and wanting to have an interaction and wanting to have a connection. And for me, that's the part that social media should play in our lives. I don't think social media should be about getting a huge following with with an idea of wanting to be popular, as opposed to wanting to be popular in the real world. Because the truth is, look, the ills that we see on social media, it is because people are totally disconnected from reality. Do you get what I'm saying? You see somebody who has a huge following. For instance, there was an artist, I can't remember his name now, a huge DJ who had a following of over 4 million people on social media, but he committed suicide. It's a house DJ. What's his name? This guy, this European guy from France. He committed suicide, and research showed that he was suffering from depression. Now, it's easy for people to say, "Whoa, how can he be Avanci?" I think his name is Avanci or something. I can't remember. Avanci, and people were like, "Okay, you've got so much people following you. How could you be depressed? Shouldn't you have been able to forge your friendship around some of your followers?" But that's not real. You see, the thing is, celebrity forming your celebrity status on social media. It doesn't equate to you having friends in real life, because there are people who are very popular on social media who are not sociable in real life. Some of them are drunks. Some of them are retards. Some of them are not people you can connect with. You know, so I never understand why people ask me the questions. Why are you no longer on social? Why are you not very visible on social media? It looks like you are drifting away from the trend. It looks like you're no longer popular. It looks like your dreams are dying. And I tell them, I said, no. If you want to meet me, you meet me in real life. If you want to, those people who know me know that we connect through voice notes, and then we meet up, we have meetups, we pull through, we see each other, we spend time in the studio, we interact, we share ideas, we go out for lunches, we take road trips. And for me, that is what life is. That's the way I get my satisfaction. That's what satisfies me as a human being. And I don't think it's awkward not to want to be social media a conformist on social media. I don't see that. If you're using social media for business, that's good. You can sell products. In fact, now the world has become a global village. It's easier for us to connect with one another and sell ideas. We sell products, we sell all kinds of things. We politic on social media. But what I kick against is living a life that is solely dependent. Like, there are people who feed off of social media. Do you get what I'm saying? Their self ego, their self confidence, their self worth, their self image, everything feeds off of social media. And I have a problem with that, because now, if social media is pulled down, because now your ego, your self-esteem, your self-worth, it's all technologically inclined. You get what I'm saying? What if technology fails? What if the owner of Facebook and Twitter and whatever other social platforms we have decide to say, look, you know what, we're no longer going to follow through with this business, we're going into something else, and we feel We want to pull this down. What's going to happen to you? Are you going to be reborn into another world, or are you going to look for the next thing that will trend? And so I kind of like feel that most of us should be more connected with the real world, and just be human and try to do the things that makes us human, you know. So it's my take on this. That's my take actually. It's not that I criticize people who are overly into the technological social media space. I'm a technologist myself. I'm a software developer. I'm a music producer. I use most of my work. My products are technology based. I make money off of technology, but I'm saying I don't let machines to rule me. I don't let machines determine the direction of my emotions. Do you get what I'm saying? I'd never let that happen, you know. And so, please, that's my honest opinion, and it's personal. It's my personal opinion. It's not that I have a challenge with people who are on social media. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you so much. Yeah.